Folks, this is the return. This is the return of Let's Play Breath of Fire 3 with Mickey D. And it's so good to be back. So very good to be back. Thank you all. If the 5 people out there that are viewing, I'm ecstatic to be picking this up again. You have no idea the amount of times that I've logged into YouTube and seen comments of requests for me to pick up the game again and be able to finish the Let's Play. And if you'll notice here, this is the same file. This file that I'm using right now, it's been 5 years, guys. It's been so long since I last played this game. But the file is still intact. I have the same computer. I have the same emulator, and I even made a backup. But right here is where I last saved 5 years ago. And where we left off was we just ended the Desert of Death. Cleared the oasis here. And we're in this mystery area, this new area where we have a question mark area. There are lots of containers piled up. This is actually what most players call the container yard. And then we have this other mystery area that I pronounce different than most people. I call it Serzon. And it's called, it says here, a empty city. It's not even an empty city, it's an empty city. So, it's full of machines. So, here we are. We're getting back to things. Now, this being my first episode back in over 5 years, it's going to take me a little bit, guys, to kind of remember how the swing of things goes. So, my commentary might not be the best, but hey, we're going to push through it, right? Wisdom seed. I think that's like a rare drop for that guy. I want to make sure. So we're going to explore the container yard here first. There's not much going on. We'll be going through here a little bit later, but we'll find that there's this block here, and there's a teleporter there. And years ago, that's where, in the upper right-hand corner, that's where I picked up the Radiance gene. So we can switch to Gar here, and we can break this box, and we'll be able to use the teleporter here. So now we have access to come back to the container yard at any time. We won't have to use go through the Desert of Death anymore. So now we're back at Steel Beach. We can use this gizmo to go ahead and select the relay point to Windia and do some shopping and pick up some items and change masters around. Just do a whole lot of stuff. Just do a whole lot of stuff here. So, like I said, guys, it's been a really long time since I've last played on camera, so to speak. I don't really play very many video games these days. But I want to take the time. I should have done so earlier, probably at the very beginning of the video. But I want to take the time here to give someone an extremely heartfelt, like the biggest, even as I say this, I have like the biggest smile on my face. I just want to give such a heartfelt thank you to a girl named Avox, that's what I know her as, and for making that video. Avox has a channel that she vlogs and does her own thing, and she had made a video concerning Breath of Fire 3, and in that video she had explained that she had watched my videos, and I had seen Avox comments before you know, and banter with her a little bit. She liked watching the videos, which is awesome. So, anyway, hey, real quick, just to explain what's in game. I'm just changing my masters around right now, and I'll get into that in a little bit later. But anyways, Avox, thank you so much. I saw your video, and right after that, I was like, all right, I really gotta finish this Let's Play up, and it pushed me. You know, it inspired me to go ahead, and now here I am. So here's to finishing my Let's Play, and you know, who knows, maybe doing a game or two more. Who knows? So I'm gonna apprentice Pico and Gar under Fall. There's pretty good reason for that. Fall just gives, as far as when you level up, gives a massive increase in both defense and HP. I want to be able to buy some ammonias and some molotovs here. I really don't know if I'm in the right place. There's some ammonias. We'll take that. Probably buy 40 ammonias. Yeah, because we'll be using those ammonias, that's for sure. We're going to be putting those ammonias to use. That'll probably be the rest for the game there. Anyway, so here we are in Genmel. I don't think the people have changed at all. Just talking about Playboy bunnies. Genmel or Gemnel, or whatever. I just call it the arena. That's what this place is to me. Town with a large arena. Yep. So, it's got a big arena on it, so let's call it Arena. It's so dumb. Anyway, we'll go over to Windia because I know they sell Molotovs here. I'm going to be spending most of this episode just kind of, like I was saying, getting my bearings back as far as commentating. I don't even know what the right word is anymore. Is it commentating? I always feel like instead of saying commentating, you're just supposed to say commenting. It's whatever. It's arbitrary. It doesn't even fucking matter. I'm gonna take a little bit of a different stance on my Let's Play now too. You know, I was kind of running through stuff prior when I was doing things a few years ago, but I want to give a little bit of length in episodes. So I want to be able to kind of I'm gonna go to Cedar Woods after I go to Mount Zublo. That's right. I'm more saying that for myself than you guys, but I want to give a little bit of length to episodes, maybe 20 minutes long, 22 minutes long, somewhere around there, and I also want to, you know, there's only a few episodes left, really. I mean, we're pretty much at the end of the game here, so I'm gonna go for a little bit of length, and I'm gonna kind of show off some things maybe that I didn't show off a few years ago. Actually, I don't have the right people in my party right now for this. We'll be coming to Mount Zublo again to be able to level up Nina, actually. You guys all know how much I love her. That stayed the same. It's been 5 years of my hatred for Nia, or my apathy. It's not even hatred, just apathy. I don't really care about her. She does that thing. That's kind of cool. Touts that ass out. That's weird. Whatever. Oh, that's right. I have to check with Ryu if he even has the ability. See, my plan was to pick up some skills that that Ryu can learn from Diaz. He's been apprenticed to her for, I believe, like 5 levels or so, so he can learn some stuff. But I also know that his skill list, so a skill page only has room for 10 skills. So I have 9 right now. And really, there's a bug in the game where you can only have 10 skills on a page. And so therefore, if I went to Diaz and I learned a skill, it would fill up to 10, right? That spot right there. And if I had another skill to learn, well, I just won't learn it. So what I need to do is I actually need to go ahead and use Skill Ink to to go ahead and put some of the skills back in the book. And this is a really good example of what I'm talking about. Beforehand, a couple years ago, I wouldn't have made you watch all of this. I would have already came prepared. I would have said, you know what, I'll just go ahead and do all this stuff off screen. But I think now, like I said, I'm just super laid back, and I'm just not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna be a little priss and make you watch everything. So I might not edit out every single battle, but you know, hopefully you like that. It's kind of a lazy way of Let's Playing, because I think that was one thing that took away from my want to even Let's Play to begin with. It's just, you'd imagine how much editing there is to do in these videos. And I already do it super bare bones. So, oh, she can't understand anything. She's completely useless. I think Ryu is the only one who understands what's on the stone. I guess it's the equivalent of Hebrew, or dragon, whatever it is. Yeah, I did miss you. I miss you so much, love. Yeah, I've been making progress. So this is what I was talking about, so Ryu gets to learn Inferno, which is an awesome spell. I don't think I've even shown that off, really. That's another thing, too. I didn't really, like, show it off certain skills, you know? I want to be able to show those off, and, you know, I used Ryu so much. Like, I just demolished this whole game with Ryu, and I guess that's the way to do it. You know, I like to be able, nowadays, in my older age, the second skill that we learn is Blizzard, which is so we learn Inferno and Blizzard, which are the strongest fire and ice spells that you can use here. And I'm also going to, we're also going to apprentice both Momo and Nina to Diaz, because Nina's actually going to gain 15 levels to be able to learn every skill that Diaz can learn, or Diaz can teach. So anyway, kind of losing myself in thought. I know that I was saying something earlier beforehand, but I guess we'll just keep on going. All right, so that's good. So Ryu has been able to learn Inferno and Blizzard, which he's not going to be using. That's right, I was talking about skills and how I was beasting this game with just Ryu. These will likely go to Momo, just because of the fact that her intelligence stat, 152. It's not that much. I was gonna say it's a lot better than Ryu's, but I don't think I've even built Momo towards intelligence at all. So anyway, so we're just running around catching masters, getting everybody set up, because if I were to gain any levels, these are, in my opinion, for right now, the most optimal gains as far as where I want how I want to build my party. See, if I was during this Let's Play, I knew that I played to be able to learn every single skill, which is cool, you know, which is awesome. But at the same time, if I were to play this kind of leisurely and for my own entertainment, how I normally build things, build my characters is based off of their stats, because there's only really a handful of enemy skills that, or skills, I should say, both enemy skills and skills that you learn from masters. There's only really a handful that are that useful that I actually use. Let's put Pico in. So I want Ryu and Ray in here. I'm gonna go back and forth on calling Ryu Ryu and Ray Ri. Here we go. This is gonna be just so many continuity errors. I'm not gonna have any preference significant over the other. How are these Aigus even hurting us right now? We're so much stronger. Oh, what the hell? That's silly. That's silly. You should be doing 0 damage You should be dead on arrival, like in Earthbound. You should have literally ran into me and died the second that we got into battle. Alright, so here we're back with Bunyan. And I'm gonna put Ryu and Ri under Bunyan. And that's what I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna try to call Ryu Ryu and Ray Ri. That's always how I call them, what I called them when I was younger. Yes. I want Ri. Yep. What I was saying earlier is that, yeah, when I build characters up, I don't go for skills like I did in this playthrough. I mean, I have before. But typically, I like to have a specific build in mind for the character, and I live that build out almost completely. So to give you an idea, for instance, now how I have my character set up, Ryu, there we go, Ryu and Ri both are apprenticed to Bunyan, which I would have basically done this at the very beginning of the game and just pretty much let them sit on it. The reason why, you get that HP and that power, specifically that power boost, is just so good. There's not a lot of drawbacks here. With the AP, yeah, sure, Ryu needs a little bit of AP, but, I mean, you can also balance it out by apprenticing to Imatai for a little bit. That gives AP +4 per level. Specifically, the intelligence stat, these characters don't use a lot of, they're not going to be using a lot of spells. So this is just a perfect master to put on Ryu, Ray, or Ri, and Gar, anyone, Pico even, to make them good DPS characters. The stars, I don't know if I ever went over that, the star indicates that I've learned every single skill from that master, and the only one that is the exception to that is Diaz here, which Momo and Nina are apprenticed to. I just have this set up so that Momo can get a little bit of intelligence gains while being able to get some power and agility. The defense -3 is pretty heavy, but we're at a place right now where eventually you get to a place where stay in the game where, for instance, with the AP it's -2. Well, you'll have enough magic shards to kind of balance those levels out, right, and put them back into Ryu. Fall, for instance, it's just so perfect for someone like Pico and Gar. How I like to build Gar, this is just the tank build right there, where it's HP +4 and defense +3. Just that in itself gives so much longevity and vitality to these characters. And Pico naturally gains, so when I say naturally, without even putting any masters on him, he just gains a ton of HP. And so basically it's the idea of, he gains a ton of HP, put more in him. Let's do it. Put more in him and fill him up with defense. Just make him a huge beefcake. He's just an iron ball. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of a brief explanation on masters and why I did what I did there. Bunyan's a great master to set up Ryu with. So is Migas if you want to go the magic route, or the what do you call them? A mage Ryu, for instance. So, and then Delonzo's always pretty good. I like putting Delonzo or Ryu with Delonzo because it gives a little bit of agility. I like to have my DPS characters have agility and power, specifically because of those EX turns. Accuracy bonus with Delonzo, I believe you get plus 10% accuracy. I could be wrong on that, but I'll fill in the description if I am in the video. For instance, Hondara, he'll give a holy property to your weapon. Laidon is actually a really, really good master as well, but later on in the game, when you're past level like 42, 43, right around there, because he gives massive stat increases here to power, defense, and agility even, which is great. Not massive to agility, but the HP and AP -6, it's kind of moot when you're already at end game HP and AP. I mean, you're going to be end game power, defense, and agility and intelligence, of course, but if you still want to keep buffing that up, that's one of the best ways to do it. Late on is definitely one of the best masters, if not the best master to apprentice to at the end of the game. Mary Leap, I did that with Ryu for a little bit just to boost his agility. I wanted Ryu to be really fast, like as fast as Ray, basically. So, anyway, that kind of sums up the master system there for a little bit. I think everyone's on the correct master system, or master, that I want them on. I also want to go to the Ferry Village for a second, because I know that there's some goodies I can pick up from my gift shop. I did a little bit of playing before actually recording, so I can make sure that I know exactly what I'm doing, or I can actually have a good idea of what I'm doing. So she's gonna give me a present from the gift shop. It's a wisdom fruit, and which is an awesome gift too, by the way. Like, I'm gonna basically get I have so many fairies as gift shops. I think I have like 12 or something like that, because that was 3 right there. This is my weapon shop, I remember that. But I'm taking these wisdom fruits now so that later on, if I have a ton of it, battles, because that's what the amount of battles that you go through are what activate what gift you're going to get in the gift shop. You can check out more of that. I went over this stuff in the Ferry Village tutorial video that I made years ago. But anyway, it's nice because I'll be completely stocked as far as wisdom fruits go. I'm not going to need any for the rest of the game, so that's going to be good. But it also, once again, it resets the gift shop perks that you can get. So my fights will be back to 0, and hopefully if I can fight around 60 to 70 battles, I can pick up some swallow eyes, or who knows, maybe some proteins, whatever. Get a little bit of stat boosting items. Not like I need it, but one for the road, I suppose, right? So that's the wisdom fruits there from the Ferry Village, which is always nice. The only other thing that I really want to pick up is I want to pick up a magma armor at Mount Zublo, so I'll go do that in a little bit. But most likely for the next video. As a matter of fact, with that being said, I'm gonna probably just cut the video here, and after this, it's one of the reasons why I put Pico in the party. Is he in the party? So, in my Let's Play here at Breath of Fire 3, I was kind of running through things, and I was just beasting with Ryu, and I never went to things like this. And I want to be able to take some time to kind of show this off, give a little bit of expression to my Let's Play, kind of meander around, do some fun stuff for a little bit, show off some stuff. So here we have this tree. It's just like Yggdrasil the Master. To get any dialogue out of this, you speak to him with Pico. And I don't believe that I showed this off earlier in my previous videos. So I like that. It gives a little bit of mystery to the Breath of Fire 3 world, because for anybody who's a fan of this game, the lore and the past of Breath of Fire 3, it's shrouded in a lot of mystery, and there's not, it's this nice balance where they don't really give too much, so we're asking a ton of questions, yet at the same time leaves a lot up for interpretation, right? So it's cool, it's fun, I like that kind of stuff. So I guess next time what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be focusing on leveling up Nina to gain 15 levels, so that she can learn all of Deus's skills. So we'll level her up to 55. She'll be way stronger than everybody else. Well, in level. Maybe do some fishing afterward, and just have a great time. Just have a great time. So that's gonna take care of this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and hey, take care, man. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.